Hi, I'm Real Genetic Demon, and this is Giga Wing from the arcade. It's a shoot 'em up. I'm a big fan of shoot 'em ups. Love shoot 'em ups. In fact, one of my favourite things. But Giga Wing, end of the 90s, 1999. This was released. It's the story of the hunt for medallions. And just stop for a second, just listen to the music for this guy. I love that guitar, it's fantastic. Anyway, yes, so it's the hunt for these medallions. You can see them appearing as I'm shooting things. This footage I recorded earlier. I don't think you wanted to hear the smashing of my joystick. However, that is available if you wish to hear me smashing a joystick and playing it with the full clicking and thumping of buttons. Let me know in the comments below if that's something you'd like to hear. But to be fair, it'll be live, so you'll hear me getting excited as well. But anyway, yes, Giga Wing. It's the war to end all wars. Basically, the medallions that are floating down there are part of human evolution. They were sent from the heavens, typically Japanese sort of story. Sent from the heavens, and mankind has sort of been stockpiling them and using them to evolve the technology into one gigantic war. There are 4 pilots, and they all have this one mission, which is to find the all-encompassing and all-powerful medallion, and that medallion is called the Medallion of Wisdom, as it would be. But it's as I say, it's a proper bullet hell. Lot of fun to be had, lots of points to be scored. I mean, look at the score on the right side of the screen. I mean, there are so many digits involved in that. It's just phenomenal. One thing though that's quite interesting about this as a shooter, which I quite like, is obviously you've got shoot and you've got power up, right? You've got a bomb. I may even use it shortly if we see me get into trouble. You have a bomb, but there's another thing at the bottom, which is that RR thing, and that basically is reflection. So what you do is you see the bullets going back there. Is when that powers up to full, as it does, and it says OK to you, and I've just died. But when that powers up to full and you say okay, look at that score as well, by the way, stop, take a look at that score, it's huge. Anyway, so come on, start again. Different firepowers for different things. This one's, he's got like a bomb thing with him, so he fires bombs out that drop down, but they're all quite cool ships anyway, they're really nice. So yeah, so the reflective barrier, as it's called. They all have a little story and their own stories. Apparently there's a good and a bad ending. Haven't got there yet. Although I've got infinite credits, I'm a bit of a purist when it comes to it. I like to put in a couple of credits and use no more than 2 or 3, as if I was really at the arcade. So yeah, it's just one of those things. I like to think that I'm capable of doing it without sort of piling 40 quid's worth of coins in theory. Anyway, so yes, when you get the RR powered up and it says OK, as it does, loud enough that you can hear it, you can reflect the bullets from the... There you go, it's reflected there. I've just done it then. It reflects and you become invincible briefly, which I think is a really clever feature. Now, when you get to a boss, for instance, and you push that button, you basically reflect the boss's bullets at him briefly. I mean, that's a lovely mechanic. I mean, as a shooter though, it's pretty good as well, and it's it's a fairly rare for the time as well, because it's actually designed for widescreen rather than more. So instead of being a sort of up and down sort of vertical shooter, it's actually designed as a horizontal one. So there's the width of the screen there involved, which is different. It also made it on its way onto the Sega Saturn, so if you've got Saturn, it's on there. I'd love to see that, actually. I may have a look up the footage myself to find out what that looks like, because I'd like to see whether they managed to maintain this. You've got to remember, this is 1999, so we're looking at much better hardware and technology by then. We've even got PCs and much more powerful kit going on. It's the days of the early sort of 486s and Pentiums. So it's you've got some pretty tasty kit out there in theory. So and the Sega Saturn was no slouch either. So it'd be interesting to see how this one fared. I bet it's fairly rare at this point. But anyway, that's all from me. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to leave you with the rest of the footage. It's all 14 minutes and something on the way to watch. 14 minutes and 4 seconds to be fair. Yeah, I'll leave you with the footage. Please feel free to like and subscribe. Please comment on whether or not you'd like to hear the clickety-clack of my joystick as I play these games, because I'm quite happy to do that if you feel that would add to your enjoyment of it all. So yes, so anyway, I've been Real Generic Demon. Thank you for watching. Please feel free to like and subscribe, and I'll catch you in my next video. Bye bye now.
Okay.